doing?
Me?
Actress Krysten Ritter starred in the TV series Gilmore Girls. That's more than 10 years ago. Wow. Ritter made her mark on Hollywood with roles in hit shows like Veronica Mars and Breaking Bad. Remember Breaking Bad? What was your character's name?
Jane.
Jane. She was the girlfriend, had issues. And in movies including Confessions of a Shopaholic, she stars now as a superhero and private investigator in the Netflix series Marvel's Jessica Jones. This season, she runs into a little bit of trouble with police when she's arrested for murder.
Trish already gave a statement. They have no proof.
They believe that you know things that you're not telling them.
Yeah, it's called professional discretion.
Well, they will call it obstruction of justice. It's a probation violation.
And that'll put me away for 18 months.
Unless you tell them what you know.
A poodle doesn't show its belly to a pit bull if it doesn't want to get its guts ripped out.
And you're the poodle, or...
They will lump me in with that maniac, and they will start pinning every unsolved crime on me because that's what they do.
Not that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Just fix this!
Don't snap at me.
If she was smart, she would not snap at you, because we know you got superpowers, Krysten Ritter. So let's talk about the end of last season, because you end up killing your tormentor.
Yeah.
Killing him in a very violent way.
Yeah, right to his face, snapped his neck. As of last resort.
As of last resort. And how did that feel to you? Because he had been tormenting you all season, and now you're coming into the new season. But talk about what that was like for you to finally say, okay, I got you.
It was really exciting. It was an exciting moment for the character. It was triumphant. It was her being strong. I remember when I got the episode script, when that happened, I cheered. I was because it needed to happen. It was really a difficult journey for Jessica to get to that point.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be a murderer.
Yeah.
But that was really the only option for her.
But now she's dealing with the aftermath of that.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you have conflict about the powers that you have.
Yeah, Jessica has a lot of contempt for the powers that she has. She is a girl that is marked by trauma. She struggles. She has PTSD. She drinks too much. She hardly gets by. And the fact that she has these powers and this attention on her kind of goes against everything that she is.
Can I ask you about the Purple Man, your nemesis? He used to say smile.
Yeah.
What did that mean? That was really powerful.
It was really powerful, and it was so interesting because around the time that we were making that show, remember that video came out of the woman walking around Manhattan and everyone being like, smile, smile, and it was just such a way that it kind of didn't make her feel great. And then our show came out and used that message, and it was like, you know, how we sort of recapped consent, and it took away her voice, telling her to smile. And so in the end, in the final moment, when she snaps his neck, she says to him, smile.
Smile, yeah. No, it was a very powerful scene. I mean, you're known for your superpowers.
Yeah.
So do people come up to you? I was reading that people actually come up to you and say, go ahead, hit me, Krysten, hit me. Arm wrestle, arm wrestle. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a thing. You know, it happens at...
men and women?
Men. I've never had a woman yet, you never know, come up to me and ask me to punch them. But a lot of times, you know, we go to conventions or in Comic-Cons, things like that to promote the show. And a lot of men ask me to either arm wrestle them or punch them.
What do you do?
I just go for it. You know, you got to give the fans what they want. You know, my fans keep me employed. So if they want me to punch them, fine.
And do female viewers say, you know, that your character makes them feel better about some of the trauma?
I've had that happen a lot, and I think it's been one of the most moving experiences of this whole job. In addition to it being a great acting part, I've had women come up to me and say that they feel represented. It's made them feel better about what they've been through in their own lives, and then just simply seeing a badass female character like this has meant a lot to a lot of women and men. So that's something that's been really exciting for me, and it makes me want to work even harder and throw my full self into the role.
Is that why we all like comic book stories and superheroes?
I think that what our show does and what Marvel does well is they kind of go underneath the superhero powers. You know, they let you fall in love with the person underneath of all of that, and you root for them. You know, Joe Quesada at Marvel talks about how you don't just like talk about the guy in the suit; it's the guy under the suit. And I think that's what Jessica Jones does specifically, where it's such a personal story, and we really get into her her psychological journey.
Right, that's why the backstory and the origin story are always so important.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the girl under your suit?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm much more fun than Jessica Jones.
I know. So I love that you grew up in a farm, on a
Yeah.
farm in central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, northeastern Pennsylvania, about 3.5 hours on the bus, door to door. To
I
New York
love you were
City.
discovered at the mall.
And I was discovered at the
Were
mall.
you at Casual Corner, Limited Express? What?
I think
The
it was-
pretzel place? What were you doing?
I think the pretzel place was near. I think I may have been in front of
On Annie's,
Payless.
yeah.
On Annie's,
Yeah.
so
So
good.
somebody came up to you and said what?
There was a scout from Elite Model Management, which I had heard of, which is a real agency.
Yes.
And they came up to me and my mom and asked if we had ever thought about modeling. And I think my mom and I looked at each other like, no. So that was sort of how I got my foot in the door as a teenager. And then from there, I lily-padded into commercials and acting.
Well, you play a badass character, but gosh, she also knits.
I know.
I can't imagine you sit, because that's such a Nana thing,
I
knitting
know.
to me.
I know, but I'm making it cool.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, it's a great way for me to have balance, especially when I'm playing a dark character like Jessica Jones, like knitting on the weekends or at night when I can. It really helps me kind of like shut it down, and it's very meditative, and I love creating something with my hands.
Who taught you?
My grandmother taught me,
go.
my Grammy.
All right, I have to
There
be
you
a dark
go.
character and
Congrats.
that there.
Yeah.
Krysten Ritter, thanks.
Thank you very much.
The second season of Marvel's Jessica Jones begins streaming on Netflix tomorrow.